This is V.T. Gopinathan, Assistant Professor, the Department of Aeronautical Engineering from Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. In this video, I am going to talk about International Standard Atmosphere ISA, which is a very much important topic in aircraft performance. In the International Standard Atmosphere, first we are going to discuss about what is meant by atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the planet and extends the 500 miles upwards from the surface. It consists of the different concentric gaseous layers. The gases are like nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, neon, krypton, methane, etc. It has the different layers. The first layer is the troposphere layer. The troposphere layer is the region which is close to the Earth's surface. It is characterized by the turbulent conditions of air. In this region, the temperature decreases linearly at an approximate rate of 6.5 Kelvin per kilometer. The highest point of the troposphere is called the tropopause. The next layer is the stratosphere layer. It starts from approximately 12 km and extends up to 50 km. In the stratosphere, the high velocity winds may be encountered, but they are not gusty. The temperature remains constant in this region up to 20 km. Then the temperature starts to increase in the rate of 1 Kelvin per kilometer. The highest point of the stratosphere region is called stratosphere, stratopause. The third layer is the mesosphere. The mesosphere extends from the stratopause to about 80 kilometers. The temperature decreases in the drastic range. This is the coldest region in the atmosphere. In the mesosphere, the pressure and density of air are very low, but the air still retains its composition as at sea level. The highest point of the mesosphere is called the mesopause. The next layer is the thermosphere. In the thermosphere, the lower part of the thermosphere, approximately 80 to 550 km, is considered as the ionosphere. Then the next upper region of thermosphere is considered as the exosphere. It extends from about 550 km. In this region, it is characterized by the presence of ions and the free electrons. The temperature increases here drastically. The last region is the magnetosphere. The next one is the physical properties of atmosphere. In the physical properties of atmosphere, we are going to consider the three important properties. The one is the pressure, the second one is the density, the third one is the temperature. The first one is the pressure. When the altitude is increasing, altitude means it is a vertical distance measured from the sea level. When the altitude is increasing, the pressure is always decreasing. So we are considering this is the sea level. When the altitude is increasing, if you measure the pressure here, this will be the maximum one and this will be the minimum one. When the altitude is increasing, the pressure is always decreasing. The second property is the density, that is the mass per volume. So this is also the behave like the pressure. When the altitude is increasing, the densities keep on decreasing. The third important property is the temperature. When we discussed about the various layers of the atmosphere in the previous slide, at that time itself, we could notice that the temperature is always fluctuating from the troposphere to the last region of the atmosphere. The temperature is not continuously increasing or decreasing with altitude. It is behaving like in an alternative way. So then the next slide we are going to discuss about the temperature effects with increasing altitude exclusively. So temperature effect. So this slide shows the temperature effects with respect to the vertical distance, that is nothing but altitude. Here we have to remember another important thing is whenever we are talking about the aircraft performance, the altitude is not simple term, it is not like an altitude. This altitude can be classified as a geopotential altitude, geometric altitude, absolute altitude, pressure altitude, density altitude, and temperature altitude to measure the speed like equivalent airspeed, true airspeed. Similarly, this kind of altitude parameters are more required to calibrate or setting the aircraft cockpit instruments. So here we are going to discuss about the temperature effect about this altitude. So when the altitude is increasing, if we take the first region, it extends from 0 to approximately 11 kilometer. The temperature is keep on decreasing. The decreasing rate is the 6.5 Kelvin per kilometer. So per 1 kilometer, the 6.5 Kelvin temperature is keep on decreasing. The decrement is continuous from 0 to till the 11 kilometer. After this 11 kilometer, the next region starts. The next region is the stratosphere. In the stratosphere, the temperature is maintained as a constant value from 11 to the 20 kilometer. After this 20 kilometer, in the same stratosphere, in the higher region of the stratosphere, the temperature is start to increasing. The increasing rate is the 1 Kelvin per kilometer. Similarly, in the stratopause, there is the highest point of the stratosphere. From the stratopause to the lower part of the mesosphere, the next region, here the temperature is maintained as a constant, then the temperature is decreasing drastically. That's why the mesosphere region is considered as the coldest region. After this mesosphere, again near to the mesopause to the lower part of the thermosphere, the temperature is maintained as a constant value. Again, the temperature is start to increasing in the thermosphere value. So this is the behavior of the temperature with increasing altitude. Here we have discussed that in the troposphere, the temperature is decreasing with respect to altitude. In the stratosphere, the temperature is increasing with altitude. So how the temperature is varying with respect to altitude, that can be referred as H divided by T. In the mathematical expression, we can take it as dH divided by dt. So with respect to the altitude change, what about the temperature change? This is known as lapse rate. So whenever we are talking about the temperature effect in the international standard atmosphere, the lapse rate equation plays a vital role. So again, this figure shows the layers of atmosphere. It have the various altitude range in terms of kilometer, then various atmospheric layers and various activities. For an example, if we take the troposphere near to the 12 kilometer, here the passenger aircraft diagram is there. So mostly all the normal aviation activities takes place in this region itself, that is the troposphere. If we are taking the second region, that is the stratosphere, in the lower part of the stratosphere, for an example, till the 16 kilometer or 18 kilometer, we can consider the supersonic aircraft ranges. Similarly, when we are taking the last region, that is the exosphere, in this exosphere, the spaceship and the satellites are orbited over there. So the next one is the need for ISA. What is the need for ISA? So whenever we are talking about the need for ISA, the first one is the change in properties of Earth's atmosphere. Of course, with respect to the Earth's atmosphere, there will be a change. So there will be a change means the properties or the physical properties of the atmosphere like pressure, temperature and density. So the properties of Earth's atmosphere like pressure, temperature and density vary not only with height above the Earth's surface, but also it vary with the location on the earth from day to day, even during the day. So that is the change of properties. Is the performance of an airplane dependent on the physical properties of Earth's atmosphere? That is the second question. The answer is yes. The performance of the airplane is completely dependent on the physical properties of the Earth's atmosphere. The example is whenever we are taking pressure, temperature and density, these three terms are plays a major role in all the equations what we are going to use to analyze the aircraft performance. The performance of an airplane is dependent on the physical properties. Hence, for the purpose of comparing the performance of the different airplanes or the performance of same airplanes measured in flight test on the different days, a set of values of atmospheric properties have been required. So that agreed values are considered as the international standard atmospheric values. These agreed values do not represent the actual conditions anywhere at any time. Only their values are considered as a reference values. This set of reference values are called International Standard Atmosphere, which is prescribed by International Civil Aviation Organization in the year of 1952. It is defined by the pressure and temperature at mean sea level and the variation of temperature value with altitude up to 32 kilometers. With these values being prescribed, it is possible to find the required physical characteristics at any chosen altitude from 0 kilometer to the 32 kilometers. So from the International Standard Atmosphere, the reference values are given. So the standard sea level condition values, that is H is equal to 0 kilometer, the values are, the first one is the temperature, that is 288.1.15 Kelvin. The next one is the pressure, that is 101325 Newton per meter square. The third one is the density, 1.225 kg per meter cube. These three are the physical properties. Associated with these three physical properties, we have to consider some more parameters when we are talking about the Earth atmosphere. The one is acceleration due to gravity. We know the value, that is 9.81 meter per second square. The next one is universal gas constant, that is 7.05287. The next one is the velocity of sound, that is 340 meter per second. Then we can have the exclusive values for the temperature change. So the rate of change of temperature, can be considered as a lapse rate. So till 0 to 11 kilometer, the temperature is decreasing in the troposphere. The temperature decreasing rate is 6.5 Kelvin per kilometer. So in the first one, the negative sign is there. The negative sign indicates the temperature is decreasing with increasing altitude. The second one is if you are taking 11 to 20 kilometer, that is the lower part of the stratosphere, the temperature is maintained as a constant. So the temperature varying rate is 0 Kelvin per kilometer. Then from 20 to 32 kilometer, the temperature start to increase with the rate of 1 Kelvin per kilometer. So these are all the standard sea level. So whenever we are talking about the atmospheric calculations, we have to consider three important equations to find the pressure, temperature, density at any chosen altitude. The first equation is the hydrostatic equation, that is the dP divided by dH is equal to minus rho g. The second one is the perfect gas law, that is P is equal to rho RT, whereas R is the universal gas constant. The last equation is lapse rate equation. The lapse rate equation is T is equal to T naught minus L into H, where T is the temperature at chosen altitude, T naught is the naught stands for sea level value, and L is the lapse rate, and H is the chosen altitude value. So from these three equations, we can find the troposphere calculation expressions to find the physical properties from 0 to 11 kilometer. Generally, the troposphere calculation, we can consider the layer as the gradient layer because the temperature is keep on varying. It is not considered as a constant one. The second one is to find the temperature. We can use the lapse rate equation because of the temperature variation. The third one is to find the pressure and density. The following equations can be used. The following equations are the output of the hydrostatic equation, perfect gas law equation, and the lapse rate equation. So these are all the equations. So here the first P2 divided by P1. From this we can find the pressure at any chosen altitude. Similarly, the second one is rho 2 divided by rho 1. From this we can find the density at any chosen altitude. Here the 2 is the higher altitude, the 1 is the lower altitude. For an example, if we want to find out the pressure value about 5 kilometer, the reference value for troposphere is 0 kilometer. So the 0 kilometer is the lower altitude, that is P0. The 5 kilometer is the higher altitude, that is P5. So P5 divided by P0. Similarly, T5 divided by T0. This is the same thing applicable for the density calculation also. In the power, there is G divided by LR, whereas G is the acceleration due to gravity, L is the lapse rate, and R is the universal gas constant. From the international standard atmosphere prescribed value, we know all the numerical values. While we are solving the problem, we can substitute the value, then we can identify the answer. In the similar way, to find the physical properties in the stratosphere, that is from 11 to 20 kilometers, then we can use this expression. The first one is constant temperature can be considered because we know that from 11 to 20 kilometer, the temperature is constant. What is the value available from the 11 kilometer? That is the value extent till 20 kilometer. The next one is to find the pressure and density. The following equation can be used. like a previous one. So that is the first equation stands for the pressure, that is P2 divided by P1. The second equation stands for the rho 2 divided by rho 1. Similarly, here also the one is the lower altitude, the two is the higher altitude. And one more thing we have to remember while we are solving the problem in the stratosphere calculation. Here the stratosphere calculation, the reference altitude is 11 kilometer. Then the chosen altitude is the 20 kilometers. So in between, if you want to find out the properties about 18 kilometers, then we can take the 11 kilometer is the lower altitude, 18 kilometer is the higher altitude. Here we cannot take the 0 kilometer is the reference altitude, because the 0 kilometer to the 11 kilometer, the region is troposphere. In the troposphere, the temperature is not constant, the temperature is varying. That is the reason. So for better understanding, now we are going to solve one more numerical problem, that is the calculate the pressure, temperature and density at 8 kilometer altitude. So whenever we are solving the problem, first we have to identify whether the chosen altitude is falling under the troposphere region or stratosphere region. We know that the 8 kilometer is coming under the troposphere region. So the solution part, the first one is the basic altitude. The basic altitude is considered as a 0 kilometer because it starts from the troposphere region. So from the ISA table, we know the sea level reference value. So we have to write all the sea level reference values which is available from the ISA. Similarly, the rate of change of temperature. The rate of change of temperature here is 6.5 Kelvin per kilometer. So in the solution part, the first one is the troposphere. First we are going to find out the temperature from the lapse rate equation. That is T is equal to T naught minus L into H. The T is the chosen altitude. Here the chosen altitude is 8. So T8 is equal to, substitute the T naught value from the ISA. N is the lapse rate. So the lapse rate is 6.5 Kelvin per kilometer. So while we are substituting the L value in terms of kilometer, then we have to take the altitude should be in the same unit, that is also in 8 kilometer. Here 6.5, don't take the negative sign because in that lapse rate equation, the negative sign indicates decreasing rate. Okay, so finally the temperature is 236.15 Kelvin, which means from 0 to 8 kilometer the temperature is decreasing because it is a gradient layer. So this is the first one. The second one is to find the pressure value. We can use the expression what we have discussed already in the previous slides. Okay, as I already told you, the one is the lower altitude, two is the higher altitude. Here the lower altitude is the reference value, that is the sea level, and two is the higher altitude, that is 8. Okay, so we can find P8 divided by P0, T8 divided by T0. This is the known value, this is the known value from the sea level, this is the T8 value what we have find from the previous steps. We know the G divided by LR, the consolidated value for G divided by LR is 5.25885. Then we can find what is P8. The P8 is the 3558.21 Newton per meter square. Don't forget to put the unit. Similarly, we can use the second formula to find the density value, rho 2 divided by rho 1. Here also the 1 is the lower altitude and 2 is the higher altitude. Then substitute the appropriate sea level values and finding values. Then finally we can get what is the density value at the prescribed altitude, rho 8. So the rho 8 is equal to 0.525, the unit is kg per meter cube. So this is the way to solve any numerical problem to find out the physical properties like temperature, pressure, density in the troposphere region. Thanks for watching this video.